What's up, Archons? I'm Flightless Pheasant, and as I'm sure some of you know, Ghost Galaxy put out the pledge tier rewards for the Aember Skies Gamefound day before yesterday, and it looks like they've had to make some changes. Apparently, there was some discourse in the community where people were unhappy about some things, and they've had to make an update. So let's go through this update real quick. This should be a pretty short one, so let's see what we got. Update to pledge tiers. We listened to feedback and made some changes to the Keyforge Aember Skies upcoming reward tiers. Thank you all for sharing your thoughts on the previously announced reward tiers for the upcoming campaign. While we were very excited for the campaign and the rewards in each tier, we read your messages and online feedback, and after some internal discussion, we decided to make changes to some of the tiers and pledge rewards to better align with both Ghost Galaxy and you, the players, want out of each tier. So check out the changes below to the upcoming Keyforge Aember Skies tier rewards. Changes will be marked in bold. Alright, let's see it. So, I don't see that first tier that they had. The one that was $60 where you got a 2-player starter set and 2 decks. I don't know if that means that that's gone, that tier just doesn't exist anymore. But it does look like the next tier up has gotten a price reduction. It's down to $75. Which I think is a $13 reduction in price, because I'm pretty sure it was $88 before, but correct me if I'm wrong. So this one got a price decrease, still comes with the 6 Archon decks, and that's fine. The next tier up, which was the Reaper of Amber, this one's down to $165. I think that one was $180, or something close to that, but again, correct me if I'm wrong, but that's a price reduction again. And the only change here is that now you get a Sky Beast deck at this tier that gives you 1 box of decks. So you get a box of decks and a Sky Beast deck, which you'll see that they increased the number of Sky Beast decks noticeably across all of these tiers as one of the responses or changes that they made. So the rest of these tiers, I don't think the price changed for any of them. Their price is the same. But there are a couple of changes. For instance, the Breaker of Chains, the one I normally go for, is now going to come with 6 Sky Beast decks, which is a lot of Sky Beast decks. Like, I was fine with 1. 6 might actually be too many, but hey, I'm not going to complain that I'm getting extra. It's just way more than I was expecting. The next one up, Turner of Keys. They're going to get 9 of the Sky Beast decks, but if you watched my other video, you'll notice that at this point, they stopped giving you enough deck storage boxes for all the decks you were going to be getting. They capped out at 3 sets of storage boxes, so 36 storage boxes. But this is going to give you 72 decks, and now it also gives you 72 storage boxes. So that's nice. That's very nice. That's really generous of them, actually, to go ahead and do that. I imagine they don't have an infinite supply of these storage boxes, because I imagine they're a new product, but still, very cool. Then there's the Architect of the Crucible, where you get 18 Sky Beast decks, which is nuts. And 144 of the storage boxes. So now you're, again, getting enough storage boxes for all of your decks. And you'll see that those 2 changes are mirrored in the Architect of the Crucible premium version. It's where you get the 144 deck boxes, and the 18 Sky Beast decks. And as a last note, it says, we hope you all enjoy these changes. Remember, campaign launches on Thursday, April 18th at 10 a.m. Central Time. See you soon. So I don't remember them telling us the launch time before, so that's really good. I'll try to be Johnny on the spot with that so that I can give you guys information, but this is good. All of these changes are good. It looks like the big thing is they did some price reductions to the lower tiers. They might have removed that lowest tier, but honestly, if they did, it's probably fine, because it was just a 2-player starter set of Winds of Exchange. It wasn't even a 2-player starter set of Aember Skies or Grim Reminders. It was Winds of Exchange. And 2 decks, which is pretty small, and especially with the new price reduction for the Seeker of decks being down to $75, which was only $15 than the $60 that one was going to be, I think that's pretty fair. I think that's a pretty fair minimum investment. Additionally, the Gamefound is not the only way to get these decks. You know, if you really want them, you can wait until their retail release and buy them from your favorite LGS and retailer. And you should, because the LGSs need the support. They need your love. They need your care. They need your money. So, you know, if you don't think you can invest at least $75 in this, then wait. wait for it to come out and purchase it from your LGS. And it looks like the Reaper of Aember also got a price reduction and now gets one of the Sky Beast decks. And it looks like they bumped up the number of Sky Beast decks, which, I mean, they probably can make as many of those as they want, right? That's just a matter of telling the algorithm, hey, you have to create a deck that has a Sky Beast in it, and then pumping those out. And they'll probably have a unique border, a little bit like the Revenant decks did, I imagine. At least I think the Revenant decks had a unique border. Correct me if I'm wrong, again, down in the comments. And then they updated the number of deck storage boxes to match the number of decks that you were going to be getting, which is totally fair. I didn't have any interest in the super high tiers, so I didn't even really... I mean, I noticed, and I did mention it in my last video. If you check the video from 2 days ago, you'll see that I did mention it. But honestly, it didn't bother me too much because I have a feeling this is a new product, which means probably limited printing on it. Just because I don't know how I know that they have card deck printers that are theirs that they can just print their own decks on, but I don't know if they're outsourcing the printing for the cardboard boxes or if they're able to do that in house. So that could be a fairly significant cost increase for them overall, but it might not be. It might be insignificant. And then you just so many more Sky Beast decks. So let me know what you guys think. Are you happier with these tiers? Are you happier with the old ones? Do you really wish that they still had that first tier, if it's even gone? Which it might have just not changed, and that's why they didn't mention it. I honestly couldn't tell you, but I think overall that these changes are pretty much exclusively good. I can't really think of any reason why they're worse than what we had before. But at the same time, I was pretty happy with how they were before. So you know, if you weren't, hopefully this appeases you. And if you're still not happy, then why not? Let us know. But other than that, I don't have anything else for you today. So until next time, later, Archons.